What's cracking, Jack? It's Thursday, January 15th, and you are in the jungle. 9 games on tap in the association. I've got them all for you right here, right now. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to The Hustle. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I'm going to break down all 9 games in the NBA and give you my best side or total and a player prop for each one of those games. Take what you want and leave what you don't. If you want to bet exactly what I'm betting, you can do it one of 2 ways. And I'll leave both links for you in the comments section. The first way is to my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5 and no further commitment, you get my best NBA bet of the day text to your phone. Yesterday's play was Donovan Mitchell of the Cavs over 26.5 points. Congratulations to all who cashed. That's now 5 out of our last 6 $5 favorites that we've hit. The second way is to become a Jungle member. And as a member, for as little as 62 cents a day, 65 to our Canadian friends, you get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning. All sports, all access. You also get entry to our members-only Discord, where you can communicate with other Jungle members. And I believe, I'm biased, but I think we have some of the best sports cappers there are in that Discord. Great guys, great girls, great communication about sports betting all day long. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. This video is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Guys, you should have as many sports books as your state allows. If you don't price shop for every single bet, you're literally leaving money on the table. Mybookie.ag is legal in all 50 states. And they have a deal for Jungle viewers. Open up a new account today at mybookie.ag using promo code SILVERBACK. And if your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500. I'm not saying use them for every bet. Just give them a chance to earn your business if they have the best price on what you're looking to wager. Great slate in the NBA today. We have a lot to get to. Let's start with a recap of yesterday. Selected plays were 1 and 2. We hit Donovan Mitchell over points. We missed on Miles McBride points. He hooked us, but a loss nonetheless. And we missed on Michael Porter Jr. over points and assists. Today's journey begins in Orlando with the return of one Franz Wagner. Memphis plus 4.5, taking on the Magic over under 229.5. Both teams come in rested, having not played since January 11th. Memphis is 8-11 on the road this year, straight up. Orlando's been a very good home team, 13-6 at home and 11-5 in their last 16 games when lined as a favorite. I like Orlando when they're home. I think they'll also get a spark from getting Wagner back in the lineup today, so I would lay the 4.5 with the Magic. Also, important to note, this game's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so if you want to play this one, make sure you get it in. I also like, for a player prop, Jacques Landale of Memphis over 6.5 rebounds. With Zach Edey being out, he has a median of 9 rebounds a game on 17 rebound chances. Phoenix plus 6.5 at Detroit, the over-under, 222.5. Cade Cunningham comes back for the Pistons. Devin Booker questionable for the Suns. Phoenix is 13-4 against the spread their last 17 home games. Very good road team against the spread. Detroit 14-4 straight up at home this season, 56% at home against the spread. Phoenix is 71% on the road against this number of plus 6.5. But this is one you have to wait and see if Devin Booker's in the lineup. With Booker in the lineup, I like the Suns with the points. Without him, I like Detroit minus the number. But even without that information, we can look at the player prop market, and I like Cade Cunningham over 26.5 points. He's over this number in 6 consecutive games and has a median of 29 points a game when playing at home in Detroit. Boston minus 2.5 at Miami. The over-under is 234.5. Now we have polar contrasting styles of play here. Boston plays at the slowest tempo in the NBA, and Miami plays at the fastest tempo, fastest pace in the NBA. When that happens, the slower paced team ordinarily controls the tempo, and Boston does that to everybody. The Celtics are the stingiest defense in the Eastern Conference. They allow the least amount of points at just 110.1 points per game. Miami's a bottom 10 defense in points allowed, and the Celtics are 15-5 in their last 20 games against the spread when playing bottom 10 scoring defenses. I like the Celtics minus the short number, and I like Tyler Hero of Miami to be held under 26.5 points plus assists. Hero's played 10 games this season and he's been under in 9 of them with a median of 23.5. Now he's taking on the stingiest defense in the Eastern Conference. I really like that play. Hero, under 26.5 points plus assists. This game I'm really looking forward to watching. Oklahoma City, minus 4.5 at Houston. Over under 222.5. Lou Dort questionable for the Thunder. OKC looked really good in their last game at home against San Antonio. That was a focus spot in a game that they had to win from a Western Conference optics standpoint. Now, this is a classic handicapping letdown spot against a very dangerous Rockets team that's 12-2 straight up at home and a very physical team. I like the Rockets plus the 4.5, and I like Amen Thompson over 29.5 points, rebounds, assists. The kids call it PRA. He's over this number in 5 consecutive games with a median of 36 per game. This is a focus spot for Houston, and I think Amen will play at least 40 minutes in this game, so I want to back everything that he does. Amen Thompson over his 29.5 PRA. Milwaukee plus 7.5 at San Antonio. The over-under is 225.5. Both teams pretty healthy, minus Devin Vassell being out for San Antonio. But this is a big spread for these two teams. It's a number that Milwaukee has covered in 69% of their games this season. But the Spurs have covered their end of the minus 7.5 in just 38% of games. I like the Bucks lineup with the healthy Giannis. And I would take the points with Milwaukee here. I also like Giannis over 28.5 points for plus money. He's over this in 65% of games this season with a median of 30 points per. Utah plus 1.5 at Dallas. The over-under, 236.5. Lauri Markkanen questionable for the Jazz. Daniel Gifford, Cooper Flagg questionable for the Mavericks. Both teams coming in off of losses last night, but the Mavericks are more banged up, and Utah is 4-1 against the number in their last 5 road games. I like the Jazz with the 1.5, and I like Jusuf Nurkic of Utah over 22.5 points plus rebounds. He's over this number in 9 of his last 10 games with a median of 20. They sat him out last night with intention of him picking up the minutes tonight in the back-to-back. Atlanta minus 4.5 at Portland. The over-under, 231.5. Denny Avdia out for the Blazers. Jeremy Grant may come back for this game. The Hawks are 3-8 against the spread. Their last 11 games when lined as a favorite. And a bad spot is their 4th consecutive road game. I like Portland at home with the points, even with Avdia out. They've won 5 of their last 6 home games and covered the spread in all 5 of them. I also like Drew Holiday over 22.5 PRA. He's over this number in 12 of the 14 games he's played this season with a median of 28 per game. Knicks plus 6.5 at Golden State. The over-under 229.5. Jalen Brunson questionable. Probably won't play in my opinion after spraining his ankle and leaving last night's game. I don't like taking Knicks on the road, and I don't like laying this many points with the Warriors. So we're going to the total here, and we're going to go under 229.5. 56% of Knicks games have gone under this total this season, and 54% of Warrior games have. The under has also hit in 4 of Golden State's last 6 home games. I also like Miles McBride, Deuce you can call him, of the Knicks over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this line in 7 of his last 10 games with a median of 21. And if Jalen Brunson is ruled out, which I think he will be, he'll pick up a lot of the end at the point guard position, take Miles McBride's over PRA sooner rather than later before Brunson gets ruled out. In the last game on the docket, Charlotte plus 4.5 at the Lakers, over under 232.5. Charlotte 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games. However, they haven't traveled well out west, 0-4 against the Pacific Division. I think the Lakers are too much for them in this game. I would lay the 4.5 with Los Angeles, and I'd look at LeBron James over 28.5 points and rebounds. He's over this in 4 of his last 5 games with his old ass with a median of 35 per. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Leave your favorite NBA plays in the comment section, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.